Wow, that was fun. So thank you to Ron and Norm for playing us through the sanctuary, and thank you to Ron Friedman for being Al Koreh, our master of reading for the Book of Deuteronomy, and thank you to everyone. Thank you to Amy Krause who helped us begin the Torah service. And thank you very much to Millie and Oliver Cunningham for helping me to return the Torahs to the Ark. It takes a village, it takes a kehillah, a people, and what a beautiful, beautiful people we are tonight. And we are very close to the end of the service. But before we get there, I'd like to invite Amy Krause back to the Bima. And there's just a few announcements. I'm still doing this joke because it's fun. The announcements are... This is the whole thing, so just a little bit, and I'll stop now. We're done now. I promise, Beth. Anyway, listen, important info. That's a moderate amount.
Okay. I'll go through them quickly. Hag Simchat Torah, Sameach, and Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We are very glad that you're with us this evening. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having a wonderful service. I'm going off script. Not too much. Mazel tov to Sam Goldberg and his parents, Scott and Kristen. You were wonderful to your bar mitzvah in May. Please join us tomorrow morning for Shabbat. Not sure where he is. Rabbi Meir will give the Devar Torah. Okay, our 22nd corned beef on rye fundraiser is Thursday, November 7th, as you all know. Today is the last day to take advantage of early bird pricing as well as the delivery option. So you can order online or pick up an order in the lobby. They go from $18 to $21. Get them in today. Tell your friends. Just do it. Okay. It's also the deadline to become a sponsor today. This will ensure your names or businesses get included in every meal. It's very nice. Also to support the temple. And volunteers are always needed. I think most of you are volunteering, except my two new friends who haven't volunteered yet, but I'll get you.
She'll get to you.
Details are on the temple website for ordering, sponsoring, and volunteering. And thank you for supporting our fundraiser. It is our largest fundraiser. Families with young children are invited to Joy Vey, a Kiddush Shabbat. Our next one is Friday, November 8th at 5:30. You don't have to have young kids to join. It's a lot of fun, but having young kids will probably allow you to tolerate it better. So a reminder that Election Day is Tuesday, November 5th, and it is certainly a mitzvah to vote. If you need a ride to the polls, Fort Wayne Urban League is offering free transportation by trolley on Saturday, November 2nd, from 10 to 2 p.m., and the trolley will pick up and return to the Urban League at 2135 South Hannah. Rides are also available for people with disabilities. If anybody needs a ride to vote, you can contact us at the temple and we'll make sure you get to where you need to be. Thanks to Rabbi for the beautiful service, Richard for running the live streaming, Dawn and Mike for ushering, officers Joe and Julie for always keeping us safe, Dawn for serving as our shamesh, Nola Katinsky for making the challah, and Nola and Matthew Katinsky for hosting the oneg. Please join us after the service for Kiddush, Motzi, and an oneg Shabbat in the social hall. Shabbat Shalom and Hag Sameach.
Shabbat Shalom, Hag Sameach. Thank you so much, Amy. So I have just two things I want to highlight from the announcements. First off, the Urban League, The Fort Wayne Urban League is doing something very important for our community, and that's making sure that people have rides to the polls. And they are going to be doing rides. They're going to be doing rides on Saturday, November 2nd, which is still during early voting. So here's the thing: it's available. So if you know people who will benefit, there's something else that they're asking of us, and this is something for you to consider, and that is that are interested in going along for the ride. They are looking for people from all communities in Fort Wayne to be a part of that. So even if you've already voted, it's okay. Even if it's on Shabbat, you'll have to sort that out for yourself. But from my perspective, it's a mitzvah, and it is very, very important that we encourage and support a huge turnout at the polls. So even if you yourself have other plans for voting, we are all very welcome and invited to support the Urban League by riding on the trolley. So anytime between 10 and 2, come to the Urban League, get on the next trolley that's leaving from when you're there. Now, if you're going to services in the morning, finish services here, and then go to the Urban League. But between 10 and 2, that will be happening. So please think about that. It's a really important opportunity to show our support for the community. And then lastly, we have an amazing onig in just a minute. Now, here's a word I reserve for very special occasions. Actually, it's 2 words. Maybe it's hyphenated. And I think the last time I thought about it was in November. But the word is, and this is for Nola, architectural challah. You'll know what I mean in just a couple of minutes. So please do stay for the onig, and you're going to see some and taste some beautiful and amazing challah. All right, let us turn now to page 586. Page 5. As Ronnie and Norm lead us in Aleinu. Are you leading us in Aleinu? I didn't color that. That's okay. We're all going to do it together. So page 586. We'll begin on 586, and then we'll jump to page 591 for V'nei Emar. But now, 586 at the bottom of the page. Please rise as you are able. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו echad. You may be seated. Let us turn now to page 598. Page 598. We have come to the time when we remember those who have died either recently or in this season in years past. I'll read our community's Kaddish list and then invite you to share the names of those who you are remembering tonight. On this Shabbat Simchat Torah, we continue the period of Shloshim, the death within the past 30 days of Al Zacher and Jeff Shulkin. And we continue the period of Shana, the death within the past year of Ruth Ricky Goldstein, Doris Fogel, Lois Zemmel, Dennis Dan, Robert Hochberg, Gary Smythe, Nancy Mihalio, Chuck Raplain, Todd Sider, Rita Lewis, Dan Bradley. And this Shabbat marks the yahrzeit, the anniversary of death of Isabel Banks, Rahil Berkovich, Catherine Bosell, Gertrude Breitman, Simon Krell, Alfred Stern Engelhard, Abraham Fishman, Dorothy Marks Fiedler, Samuel Field, Molly Frank, Alice Golden, Lee Gottlieb, Herman B. Kaplan, Esther Ebby Krakauer, Dina Levant, Anna Levin, Fred Llewellyn, Manuel Michelson, Ruth Morris, Linda Shulkin-Nail, Albert Nerdlinger, Eli Nerdlinger, Jean J. Pownall, Dorothy Reynolds, Lona Ruchman, Sadie Rush, Regina de Lerner-Safferstein, Jenny Schneiderman, Jack Schwartz, Isidore Seelberg, Robert E. Shine, Melvin Shulkin, Bernard S. Trowerman, Sonia Turetsky, Alphonse Warchowski, Abraham Zimmerman. And to these names we add, for all these names and the names in our hearts, the names of those who perished in the Shoah, the names of those who have died in defense of the state of Israel, the names of those innocent civilians who have died in Gaza, in Lebanon, in Ukraine, and in all zones of war, and for those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. Let us please rise as a community, and we will recite Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish, on page 598. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach chereteh ve'amlik malchuteh, zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei ar v'itnoram v'itnaseh, v'itadar v'itatalal shemei dekudisha berichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'yrsharata, tush bechata v'nechamata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. You may be seated. And now, as we prepare to finish our time together here in the sanctuary and to join for the amazing oneg in the social hall on the other side of those curtains, Ronnie and Norm will be offering us a closing song, but I don't know what it is.
Surprise.
Surprise!
Adon Olam, page 625.
625.
Adon Olam asher mala b'terem kol yisir nivra li'et nasa v'hefza kol azai melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kiklot hakol levado himloch nora ve'hu haya ve'hu hove ve'hu yiyeh b'tifara ve'hu echad v'ein sheni lehamshir lo lechapira b'li reshit b'li taklit ve'lo ha'oz ve'hamizrah ve'hu eli ve'chai goli ve'tzu hevli b'et sarah ve'hu nisi b'manoti v'nakol